Hello everyone, Wednesday, October 18th, 2017. Of course, today was New Comic Book Day, which means tonight, right now, new comic book video. Now, the last few weeks, I have been doing comic books, new comic books, vintage comic books, and movies. I'm going to do that same run, but I am not going to do movies on this one tonight because I am going to do an all-movie video in the next couple of days, and I'm just saving them for that video right there. So let's jump right into the books. Small week for me. But we'll jump right in. Hottest book that came out today, in my opinion, Deadpool versus Old Man Logan. This is the blank cover. And then the best cover was this one here. Gwynnm, Part 1, part of the Legacy run. This is the cover. There was two covers for this book. This is the cover that was really going off the shelves. I think when I grabbed this one, there was one left, and there was a decent little stack of the other ones. That's the cover that's going to be hard to find. A book that we've talked about the last couple of times. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it if you read it, from Omni Press. This is Dead of Winter #3. Love that dog with the sword doing some damage. Love it, love it. Batman Rebirth 33. Only cover I like this week. Superman Rebirth 33. Love this cover. Where he's holding the kid right there. Love it. Sorry about the glare. I can see that coming up here. Part of the Metal tie-ins, Dark Knight's Metal. This is Batman the Drowned. This is #1. And of course, if you bought this book, you would get a little button that had the symbol on it. So I got the little symbol book. Trinity, Rebirth Trinity 14. Harley Quinn. This is Rebirth 30. Little Halloween cover right there. Little Halloween action. The bat light looking like the moon. Like that. And then a really cool lenticular cover. This is homage to 129 Amazing Spider-Man. There's the Deadpool Amazing Spider-Man, if you can see it. And if you turn it a little bit, it is now Deadpool and the Punisher Amazing Spider-Man. Deadpool Amazing Spider-Man. So, cool book right there. I liked it. Picked it up. Thought it would look pretty good. When I left the shop, it was a small week for me, less than $40. Now, for me, less than $40 is... That's a nothing week. So, that's all I picked up. The only multiple cover I picked up was on the Deadpool Old Man Logan. And I just picked up an extra one of these right here, this cover here. So, I thought, you know what? I heard about a place... kind of down south from where I'm at, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go. I've been there a couple times, and there's really never anything there, so I thought, I really don't want to go down there and just be disappointed, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot because I had some time to kill and a little extra money from the small week that I had this week. So I walk into the place, and lo and behold, he has a little stack of books, and he had them priced really, really good, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this guy some money, and we'll just go from there. So I'll show you what I picked up on these. These have already been replaced in Mylar. I have graded them with my grading. So first one I picked up, Submariner #9. Of course, that is the first appearance of Serpent Crown. And I've graded this a very fine minus. All these books are 12-cent covers. We've talked about the 12-cent covers and the difficulty in which you find them in halfway decent condition. So when I had the opportunity to buy them, I did. Book #2. This is a Buscema cover. It's a very popular book to get, hard book to find because of the mostly black cover on this. This is Submariner #8, Fighting the Thing. Really nice book there, and I graded this a fine. This one here, Doctor Strange 179. Of course, this is a Ditko art, Barry Smith cover, and a Stan Lee story. And of course, it's got the Amazing Spider-Man in it. This is a fine, very fine that I gave it. Of course, my grading is a lot harder than some people. So this was a really nice book. Of course, if you went to other places, I'm sure they'd grade it much higher. Jack Kirby cover on this. Fantastic Four, #86. Never go wrong with Dr. Doom. I've talked about that before. I graded this a very fine. It's from 1969. Really good color on these. It's great color on these. So I was very happy about, getting these books. This is Tuska cover, George Tuska cover. VG Fine. This is the Invincible Iron Man, #13. Really cool red cover right there. Happy with that. It's also a first appearance I can't think off the top of my head, and I didn't put it on the book. I will go back and put that on the book. And then, of course, the Big Daddy I picked up today at a great price. This is only a Fine Plus, but when you see it, you're going to be like, you know what? I want that book, or I see that book, and they're very hard to find, and they always go well over book because of it. This is a Steranko classic cover, Captain America 113. I graded this a Fine Plus. I'm sure other people would grade it higher. Jeremy, I know you're salivating over that right now. You're just going to have to wait. So I got a couple of things. That's what I picked up so far. I got a couple of messages from some viewers who asked me, why are you still picking up older books? You don't have a shop anymore. Okay, then you don't listen to what I'm saying. I am going to reopen the shop. I'm just picking up inventory. If I can find 12-cent books at a decent price in a halfway decent condition, which is pretty much mid-grade and up, I'm going to pick those up and just have them in the shop, because you can never have enough 12-cent covers. I don't care if I have 10 of a cover. If I can get it at a good price, I'm going to buy it. And then they also came back and said, well, how are you grading things? I got a question from a viewer who said he's been speaking to people and he's getting different takes on what is acceptable as it relates to missing pieces and what is the difference between a Marvel stamp and a coupon. So I will tell you the difference on the Marvel stamp and the coupon. Marvel stamps were popular in Marvel books in the 70s, and each one looked like a stamp. It was a little bigger than an average stamp, and it had a character on it. You used to be able to get a book, and when you get the book, you'd cut the coupon out, you'd fill the book up, and you send it in, you'd get something if you sent it in. A lot of people cut the Marvel stamps out of there, and because of that, the industry, as long as it doesn't affect the story, is lenient as it relates to a Marvel stamp. The difference between a Marvel stamp and a coupon is, and I'm just going to use a beat-up copy of Man-Thing here, Man-Thing number 11, which I love the Man-Thing. So here, when you looked at these books from the 70s, like some of you that are my age, let's see if I can find a good page with it. Excuse me one second while I try to find a page with some... Perfect. You found advertisements like this, where you can order anything from play guitar in 7 days, powerful muscles fast, are you too skinny, learn to gain weight, be taller. So what you could do is you could cut these out and send them in and get whatever this person was selling or what they were advertising for that particular time. Here's another page of it. These were loaded with pages, loaded, loaded, loaded. And of course, there's the back of the book, and I always like that because it has, my last name on there, LaSalle Extension University. So what happens is, if you cut out a Marvel stamp, most people, getting back to the difference, most people who cut out the Marvel stamp and look at books, as long as the book is still in a high grade or a decent book, you can get a grade of a 4.0 or as high as a 4.5, no higher. 4.0 or 4.5, no higher. That's as high as you can get on a missing Marvel stamp. Now, as it relates to coupons, the comic guide is very specific about coupons. And people always sit there, well, if it says it doesn't affect the story, it's okay. If it's missing, whether it affects the story or not, it is an incomplete book. It's considered an incomplete book, whether it's a little piece or a big piece. And if you look at this book, and again, this is the grading guide, and if you don't have this book, it's good just to have. Whether or not you believe in, grading standards of people or whatever, because like I said, grading is subjective. I do my own grading, and people like my grading. So right here, you can sit there and see coupon cut. Doesn't say Marvel stamp, it's a coupon. Coupon cut. And these are from the people that I've spoken to over the years, and we all agree Marvel stamps and coupons are two separate things. Coupon cut, none allowed. That's in a 5.0, which means if it's gone, it's not a 5.0. The highest grade you can have on a book where the coupon is cut is a 1.0. It says right there. Coupon cut allowed. Allowed to be cut. If you don't believe me, you go to the next available grade on this book, which is a 1.5, which is a fair to good. Coupon cut, none allowed. Right there in the book, right there in color. You cannot get a coupon. So marble stamp is acceptable. It looks like a stamp. I will try to show you a marble stamp in a future video. And a coupon, I just showed you what the coupons look like. They're the little advertisements that are in there. If you're missing a book on that, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And this comes from a lot of people that have been doing this for a long time. And again, they kind of looked at it like the date stamps on the cover of books. I hate date stamps on the cover of books, but it was an accepted practice, you know, all through the 70s from, you know, stores and newsstands that would stamp the books when they got them because they can send them back if it hit a certain date. That's acceptable. You see high-grade books with stamps on it, that's okay. It's an accepted practice. Marble stamps are the same way. That's why you can have a marble stamp book that's a 4.0 or 4.5, no higher, but a stronger grade than you would if a coupon was cut out if you sent away to get a hairpiece or something of that nature. So there was that. So I hope that answered your question. I'm getting a lot of questions about, you know, grading a book out on the video and showing people from start to finish. I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to get some books out and I'll get a book graded for you to show you what's acceptable, what's not acceptable in my way. Remember, my grading standards are a lot tougher than other people. If you don't believe me, ask my customers who've been coming to my shop when it was open, and they'll tell you that my grades were tough, and if I said it was a grade, it's going to be that grade. So there's that. So again, kind of a short video, kind of all over. Again, if there's something that you want me to touch bases on, send me a message. He wanted to find out what a coupon and a marble stamp was. I just explained that to everybody. Again, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. And of course, I got the same guy out there who gives it a thumbs down every time. So just give it your thumbs down and move on from that. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, tell your friends. And again, I'll keep giving updates as they come. Look for the movie video in the next couple of days. So if you liked the video, or I hope you liked the video, but if you didn't, as always, nothing I can do for you. Have a great night.